Hello, my name is Nick Lishner, and I'm going to be talking about being optimistic at a time of uncertainty. There are many ways to handle the future. Some people like to be scared of it, some people like to hide from it, some people feel that it isn't a problem and that whatever happens, happens. But there is also the people who like to be optimistic about the situation. Nobody knows what will happen, especially in these days. Nobody has no idea what's going to happen. But an optimistic mindset could be what changes everything for your future. Helen Keller describes being optimistic as the faith that leads to achievement, and that nothing can be done without hope and confidence. That is one of the many perspectives towards optimism, and there are actually a lot more that are very different from hers. Oscar Wilde says that the basis of optimism is sheer terror, and that being that people who are optimistic have really harsh feelings toward the future, and that they're terrified of uncertainty, and that they don't know what's going to happen, and that it scares them. But that encourages optimistic in them to have a positive mindset on something that they have no idea of what or when could happen. Dietrich Bonhoeffer also says that the essence of optimism is that in no account of the present, but is a source of inspiration of vitality and hope where others have resigned. It enables a man to hold his head high, to claim the future for himself, and not to abandon it to his enemy. No matter who you're talking to, everyone will have a different opinion about optimism. Some people say that a glass half empty is pessimistic, and that a glass half full is optimistic. Me personally, I've never saw it as black and white. There are many different reasons of why somebody can be optimistic, and there are many different reasons of why they can't be. It all depends on the person's history or past. So many things can happen in a person's life that changes their ability to be optimistic about a situation, whether that be somebody that they know dying, or something bad happening, or something positive happening from an unknown circumstance. Depending on the person, optimism has many different definitions. Margaret Drabble says that when nothing is sure, everything is possible. And I feel that that's the best way to define optimism. A person does not know the future. As said previously, it's uncertain. We don't know if it's going to be good or bad. But at the end of the day, we might as well hope for the best. And that is what I feel that optimism should be for a lot of people. There are many ways to perceive optimism and to handle optimism. Some people see optimism and they go headstrong with it, leading to eventual failure because, well, not failure, but hate towards themselves or being so blinded by something that could be so bad. Some people take optimism and are very quiet with it. They're very much unable to see for what it is and try to go away from it, as they feel that it'll just lead them for failure in themselves. They think that being optimistic about a situation is just unwise. It's childish to be happy about something that they don't know could happen. I've always felt that no matter what situation a person should be in, they can always be optimistic. A person has the ability to be happy even if they don't think they are, even if they feel that something bad could happen to them. At the end of the day, it is unknown. It's uncertain. So a person might as well have the best spirits that they can have and be the best person they can be no matter the circumstances. Depending on how a person is, optimistic capabilities are harder or easier. But at the end of the day, a person has the ability to have a better outcome for their future. Even though it is... I'm sorry about the cut there. There really shouldn't be any editing in this video, but my camera overheated. So, what I was going to say is that at the end of the day, a person has the ability to be optimistic depending on how they see it. Hopefully, this makes people believe that optimism is much more than being scared, but it is actually something that could benefit them in the future. Even if it is naive to believe that something great can happen out of nothing, it is still a better way of thinking than being sad about something that hasn't even happened yet. Thank you.